Hi everyone, Bapak Crypto here, your crypto educator who would like to help you make an informed decision when trading and investing in digital assets. Bitcoin. What do you think about when you hear that word, Bitcoin? Some of you might associate it with get rich quick scheme, Ponzi scheme, or some kind of other scams. For those of you who think so, I would like to request you to have an open mind for me to share with you why Satoshi Nakamoto came up with this idea of decentralized digital money in the first place. It's meant to be money. So to be a money, Bitcoin need to have the function of money. Hence, in this video, I will share with you and reason with you why Bitcoin is a legitimate form of money because it fulfills the function of money. Stick around, have an open mind. What are the functions of money? It's a store of value, medium of exchange, unit of account. Let us go one by one to show how Bitcoin fulfills these three functions. Bitcoin as a store of value. This is one of the things that many people do not know, do not understand how to value. They might be able to value stocks or bonds, but when it comes to Bitcoin, many do not know. That's why they give a prejudgment that this is just a scam, no value. When in fact, ever since the early times of Bitcoin, there are one method that is widely used to value Bitcoin. It's based on the cost to mine one Bitcoin. That is why the cost to mine one Bitcoin now is more expensive than, say, 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, it's very easy to mine Bitcoin. You can use your normal laptop even to mine, but you cannot do it now. Now, I have a model to mine Bitcoin, and the details of this model is saved in an Excel. And if you want to see and access to this Excel, you're welcome to PM me or write a comment, because I'm not sure whether all of you want to know the nitty-gritty of the model. But of course, I want to go through the big picture, the big idea, how the model calculates the cost to mine one Bitcoin. And from there, determine the fair value of Bitcoin. The model needs to look at the Bitcoin network and the expenses, which include capital expenses and operating expenses. The Bitcoin network currently have network hash rate around 200 exahash per second. Exa is 10 to the power of 18. So you can imagine 200 followed by 18 zeros hertz per second. This is a hash rate. Hash rate is, for you to imagine, is how many mining machines or how many GPU are currently working to maintain the security and also to solve the cryptography puzzles to add block to the blockchain. And those who can solve the cryptography puzzles, they will be rewarded with 6.25 Bitcoin. And also, aside from the reward of 6.25 Bitcoin, they also given the transaction fee for adding that block of 0.125 Bitcoin, which give a revenue of a total 6.375 Bitcoin for any miner who's able to solve the cryptography puzzles and add block to the blockchain. Now, one block is added to the blockchain of Bitcoin every 10 minutes. So if you have 24 hours, in 1 hour there are 6 blocks. The number of Bitcoin issued per day for reward and transaction fee is 918 Bitcoin. So this is the Bitcoin network. Now we move to the capital expenses that you need to mine one Bitcoin. You need the ASIC miner. ASIC miner is a specialized machine just to mine Bitcoin. And for my model, I use Bitmain Antminer S19 Pro, which have a hash rate of 110 terahertz per second. Tera is 10 to the power of 12. So you can imagine 1104 followed by 12 0 hertz per second. Now, this hash rate of this one miner is important because you imagine this is the power of your machine that is used to mine the Bitcoin. And this is the total network power. So by probability, we can calculate how long you need just to mine one Bitcoin. Then of course, we need to calculate also the price for you to buy this one machine, which is 11,000, and also the lifespan of the machine, because the machine doesn't last for like 10 years or 20 years like your TV or like your refrigerator. No, it has a short lifespan because you're using it 24 hours to mine. And also the power consumption, 3250 watt, will means that you also need to pay for electricity. Now go back to this hash rate, right? Using this hash rate at 110 terahertz per second and this overall network power, using probability, if you use only one machine, you need 5.43 years to mine one Bitcoin. 5 years plus, yes, of course. And of course, since one machine can only last 2.5 years, is what we assume that you will use one machine and replace to the next machine, if it's broken. So if that's the case, you will need at least two machines, and for the third machine, we will interpolate the price to come up with the capital expenses to mine one Bitcoin of 23,000. This capital expenses is just the expenses for you that you spend to buy the mining machine. Now, of course, there's operating expenses such as electricity, mining pool fee, staff to take care and make sure that your machine is working 24/7, and also internet. You need working internet. Now, this is the market rate for electricity costs that the miner usually use, because higher than this, right, is very difficult for you to be profitable. So that is why in Singapore it's not recommended to do mining, because as you can see, Singapore rate is 24 cents Singapore dollar, which is around 18 cent US dollar, which is almost 4 times of the normal cost for mining. Now for the other fee, we just assume 20% of the electricity cost, which sum up to operating expenses to mine one Bitcoin for this 5.43 years is 9,000 plus. You add the capital expense and operating expenses, the total expenses to mine one Bitcoin is 33,145. So this is the first one, Bitcoin as store of value. As Bitcoin as medium of exchange, I think this is simple. You use normal currency to buy for things instead of last time, the olden days, people barter. Let's say I barter my apple for your oranges. Rather than that, we use money as a medium of exchange. Now, in Singapore, Bitcoin is a legal digital token in Singapore, but it's not considered a legal tender. That's why it's never used as a medium of exchange in Singapore. But in US, in fact, more and more stores and more merchants are accepting Bitcoin. I mean, these are the merchants. You can see some of the bigger name there: PayPal, Food, Subway, Overstock, Microsoft, Ledger. I mean, all the a lot of big companies are accepting it as medium of exchange. Even not VPN, the VPN that I use also accept it, and I indeed pay using my Bitcoin for my NordVPN subscription. So that's Bitcoin as medium of exchange. And the last one is Bitcoin as unit of account. Unit of account means it should be divisible, fungible, and also countable. Divisible meaning you should be able to count it to smaller unit. If you imagine Apple is not a good unit of account, so how? You need to divide the Apple. How much you can divide Apple? But of course for Bitcoin, same as US dollar, you can have fractional Bitcoin. You don't need to have one Bitcoin to be able to participate or transfer money in the Bitcoin network. You can have 0.001 Bitcoin. In fact, the smallest denominator for Bitcoin is actually 1 Satoshi, which is 10 to the power of negative 9, which is 0 followed by 9, 0, and 1. Okay, the next one is fungible. Fungible means the units are not unique and interchangeable. It means one Bitcoin is the same as your one Bitcoin. The same as, if you can see real world currency, one US dollar is the same with other US dollar. Those non-fungible token is considered non-fungible because even though you see the picture is rather the same between A and B, but the underlying smart contract behind those non-fungible token are different. They are pointing to a different link for the picture. Hence, it's considered a unique token. And last but not least, countable. Bitcoin is countable because you can count it using natural number, 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, 3 Bitcoin. You can even do mathematical calculation in Bitcoin. So this is a good unit of account. Things that is not countable is, for example, oil. Well, how much is one oil? Yes, you can say 1 barrel of oil, 2 barrel of oil, but oil in itself is not countable because you cannot count what is 1 oil, what is 2 oil, even gold as well. What is 1 gold, 2 gold? You need to specify, is it 1 block of gold, how pure is the gold, and so on. So countable. Bitcoin is countable. You can count how much 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin. Everyone knows the amount and the equivalent value in US dollar or other currency. So it's a very good unit of account because it satisfies these 3 conditions. That's all the sharing that I have for today. I hope it gives you appreciation on Bitcoin as a form of money, or even if it's not, I hope it can trigger you to research more on this topic. If you find this video useful, do subscribe, like, and click on the notification button so that you can be informed when I make other videos on cryptocurrency, blockchain, and NFT. If you have any comments, questions, clarification, topic ideas that I should discuss and cover for the next video, please feel free to comment down below. I'll be excited to read it and also respond to it. Until next time, keep on learning crypto. Just for you. So come along and take